Okay. So if you don't mind jumping around a little bit, because I mean I imagine we got quite a few things, and then y'all are gonna get to a Death Stranding 2 spoiler cast a little bit later. Um, did either of you see Superman?
I did
I
not see
did.
Superman.
Gene? Okay.
I have. Yeah.
I would like to jump in. I saw Superman. Um,
Have you seen Superman, Jane?
he said, yeah.
I have.
All right.
Fucking okay, cool.
Give me a thumbs up
Okay.
when you're back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Or a text message.
all right.
All right. Superman spoiler cast, I guess. Yeah. Here we go.
Wait, let me get ready. Let me get the. Oh, jeez, I didn't have a pop up ready for that, but sure. Yes, Superman fucking rules, dude.
I love it.
What a great movie!
What
Oh!
a. What a. What a. What a. What a.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just get a here. Superman spoiler cast is on. I really, really enjoyed what James Gunn was doing coming back to this. Coming, like the idea of him picking that to work on. It's like, okay, what are you cooking? You must have some ideas. There's a reason why you're picking that. And yeah, I thought it was phenomenal. In particular, the part that I think it was kind of announced earlier on or so, and then you just feel here is it is sincere, right? It's whimsical, and it has that core idea in the line essentially. What if empathy is punk rock? What if caring about people could be considered punk rock? Oh God, I love that so much. It just really like it stuck that part of it in particular because he's kind of a goober, he's kind of this goofy dude, but you're like, yeah, that's a nice guy, and he's someone you'd want to hang out with.
He's a guy. He was a guy that'll call his opponent chum. Like, hey, chum, and it's like, that's perfect.
Yes, and the feeling of him being like out of his time or so. I mean, the overall, like, it's like I like that it kind of says, nah, fuck the cynical, right? Fuck the cynical. Yeah, that's a part of it, and yes, the world sucks, but like there's a part of it here where I'm like, when Lois Lane is pegging him down, taking him down a peg for his like band choices, and you're like, oh, you're into like pop punk and shit, like you're into some radio garbage. That's not punk rock. What the fuck, And you're like, no, that's not right. But you know what is like actually being somebody that's like, yo, fuck ethnic cleansing. Like, fuck authoritarian regimes and whatever the political climate says, you're like, yeah, people were gonna die. I don't give a shit, right? Being anti-authoritarian in that way, that is definitionally what punk rock is. I find that to be really cool, and I love that part of the movie. I love that it like carries that pretty loudly. The most fucking petty Luther has ever been, right? Like,
yeah.
He is Bezosing it up, and he knows how much of a little bitch he is. He's like, I know that envy is controlling all my actions. I don't give a shit. I love that you even have him like crying, in his failure as well. Like, it was an awesome, just like what a
Nicholas
fucking
Hoult was amazing. Yeah. I wasn't even on the like, oh, he's not that petty until I saw him invent a fucking pocket dimension of monkeys that is talking shit about Superman. And I'm just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't know how much more petty you can get than that. That's crazy.
As an internet person as well, that was an extra like fun thing of like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of monkeys here talking shit about you, creating hashtags, how about the part where Krypto is a bad dog for the whole fucking movie, right?
That was cute. Yeah,
Krypto's a bad dog, and then of course Supergirl, you meet disaster ass Kesha Supergirl fucking drunkenly stumbling in, and you go, of course he's a bad dog, that's why, just great. I love the part where James Gunn is gonna grab Mr. Terrific, the obscure character, and make him a beloved one, you know?
Yeah, the best action sequence. Like that was like I have like two minor gripes about the movie. Like one is that I think like it could use like 2 or 3 jokes less. Like that bothers me about James Gunn is that like he can never like really let emotional or dramatic moment breathe, you know?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but like I didn't mind the humor in this movie at all. I thought like most of it was pretty well placed. It's just like maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 jokes like you could have just like edited that back. And then the other thing is like the action sequence because I'm kind of a Snyder bro. I like the Snyder movies.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
I love them for the action sequences.
Yes,
mostly. Right?
You like live action Dragon Ball, right? And I understand.
I need live action Dragon Ball. I love that about Man of Steel.
Make no mistake. That Kryptonian girl, like side shift flash stepping, is the hottest shit.
Yeah. Specifically her.
That ruled.
Exactly.
No. I'm not gonna pretend that didn't rule. That was cool.
Yeah.
But
the IHOP fight was sick. Yes.
But I can't get over how garbage everything else fucking felt.
Everything else is terrible.
And I can't get over fucking
terrible.
this. Put your hand up, right? Compare that Pa Kent to this Pa Kent, right?
Oh my
God. Blubbering, he had a couple of lines, but he was full of character. And Lois gets to establish, like, oh, I get who this dude is from just meeting those parents, staring into the phone, talking, hey there, Clark. You know? It was so charming and fun.
The way they set him back on his like childhood bed, like, and all the like the bedroom is like still like there, and it's like all of that. Like, I wish I had more of that.
Yes.
But that already communicated so much that it like moved me very very well. You know, it was perfect.
And what I liked too is that it felt like it was moving Lois too, because initially with Lois when she was like having that interview with him and like coming down on him for the Jarhanpur stuff, right? And I was like, is Lois being the enlightened centrist? You know what I mean? Like, is she? I was like, you're coming down on him for some of this stuff, and I understand you're asking the questions and kind of being like, you know.
She's a journalist. Of course she has to.
But that's it.
As someone who has to be centrist,
right?
I get it. You know?
And that's the thing is I understand. And then it's like, okay, through actually kind of meeting and getting to see get the answers to those questions close up, she's like, okay, yeah, I see what this is about, right? This is just really who he is. But I was initially like, all right, Lois, let's see where you're going with this. But no, that is the job. I do understand. Also, fucking Guy Gardner. What a perfect job. Nathan Fillion, you know, like
perfect James Gunn character, honestly.
Right.
Like James Gunn is really good at making like snarky assholes, and it's like, of course you have to have Guy Gardner as Green Lantern in your movie. That's perfect though. Do that.
He's like the things like Guy Gardner he's a good guy. He's just an asshole. You know, you need to get that, like, all right, he's here to save the day, fine, but fuck, I hate that he's around. Like, he gets that energy perfectly with the fucking haircut and everything. You know, keeping his guts together with his powers. I mean, yeah, he's great, and it's also nice whenever Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk are in the same, you know, like project together, because they're like, it's that little reunion, you know. Yeah, that's it. You know, that's all that I thought it was fantastic, and I just love that the people of Metropolis got so used to the safety of Superman being good that they're not even worried about anything. You know, he's saving squirrels out there. Incredible
stuff. It's like me living in DC and there's just like protests with explosions outside. I'm just like, that's just another day in DC. It's fine.
Right. Sure. You know, so just shout outs to James Gunn for that. I mean, and yeah, just kind of bringing a sense of like, yeah, you can just be a good person. You can just be, you know, hopeful. You could have whimsy. It doesn't have to be edgy. Being a good person isn't lame. And you know, and just fully embracing that message, like having hope. I really liked that.
Also, Superman had a really good feat. He was able to blow himself away from the void.
True. True. He got it.
Like,
yeah.
That's massive.
And like I've heard people like that are like, nah, this sucks. It's corny. It's lame. He gets his ass beat a bunch, and it's like, nah, man. Like the person who said his powers are the least interesting thing about him was right on point. You know, like fuck all that. I get if you grew up with Christopher Reeve and you just started like, I want more. Like, no. This is how you get this interesting. I fucking
When you see that squirrel, I can't believe like the test. This is where like you know that market testing and test audiences like fucking suck sometimes. You know, because like he tested that squirrel scene to test audiences and nobody liked it. So they took it out, and James Gunn was like, "No, I want the scroll scene back in." And it's like, "No, that's perfect. That's
Fuck
the
that
perfect
shit.
scene."
Fuck that shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Market testing shit to homogenous bullcrap is nonsense, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm so glad that he was brave enough to keep that in, because that was like one of the best scenes. Like him just going, like it was refreshing. Like I liked that it wasn't a direct counter to this. It's not like the Return or Rise of the Skywalker to the Last Jedi. It's not like some weird overcorrection of something in response to like the last movie or whatever, right? It's just like, no, we're gonna do our own thing, and yeah. Superman is gonna go out of his way to like save these buildings from falling on people and saving all these people, and it's not like a direct response to the Snyderverse. It's just that's just what this version is.
The complete opposite of like city destruction, 100%.
Yeah.
And look, Henry Cavill was a great casting choice, but I love what they did here. I like, you know, and like, again, you want to hang out with this dude, you know? There and there's just that element too of it where you're just like, oh, we're getting ballsy today because we're talking shit to Schmetanyahu about Schmizrael. You know, you're like, oh, word. Oh, we're going in then. Let's go in. Going in is kind of cool, actually.
I saw the discourse about that, and I was like, it can't be that, like, it can't be like that. And I saw the movie, I was like, it's a little hard to not read it that way. I get it.
I mean, Boravia and Jarhanpur are from the original comics. In 1939, Boravia was introduced, and in 2002 in JLA, we learned about Jarhanpur. These are, you know, originals countries. So anyway, Hawkgirl also was great, and she didn't get that much, but I also feel like James Gunn was like, you all know her already. You know, we don't have to establish too much about her. You already know who she is. Let's focus on
strong.
The ones you didn't know.
The only thing that fucked me about her, and it's nothing to do with the movie or no issue at all. It's just that she's Dina from The Last of Us, and I just watched goddamn The Last of Us, and then now I see her. I'm just like, Dina, what are you doing here? That's literally it for me.
Last bit I wanted to mention that was, I think, just kind of represents how much he kind of got what resonates with this character is there's no fucking kryptonite except for a kryptonite problem that must be solved with empathy. Right? You want to talk about fully understanding what makes this character interesting and what works here and his struggle. There is living kryptonite that you have to fucking solve with feelings and being a good person. That's how we get past the obstacle. Like, I love that part of it.
The kryptonite is alive this time. You have to talk to the source of this pain.
It's not just down. It's not just a magic rock. That way.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's his power. That's what makes him good. That's the core of why he cares. You know, the twist of him basically being an invincible type setup and the you know, Jor-El and all that is kind of wild. But I think it makes for a more interesting thing here. It's fine. And this being a thing where he's like, yeah, no, what makes him matter is what he learned from his parents here. And then, of course, that ending with like seeing the visual of them, you know, and all that as the chosen parents. It makes that type of scene with the kryptonite matter more. That's his power. That's what his strength is, not his ability to be fucking Goku, you know? All right.
Yeah, and that's why he wasn't Goku. He's not the Princess Saiyans, which is what the Saiyans were supposed to do. But yeah.
I saw some people complaining about the ending shot, and I'm like, nah, man, it's just him and the dog just chilling. Fuck off.
That was perfect.
Fuck off. Him and Krypto are chilling. You know, beautiful mood. All right,
just listen to music, just watching some old vids. You know. So yeah.
All right, spoiler cast over.
The system works.
There you go.
You guys seem to really enjoy talking about Superman.
It was a really good movie.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, that's it.
Highly recommend. I loved it. I want to see it again. I want to see it again. Yeah.
Oh, hey, let me ask you guys: is Lex Luthor a big hater in that movie? All right, that's what I wanted. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I got it. I got what I needed.